technology. If you are a parent in this modern generation and you happen to be illiterate, you don't know how to operate a mobile phone, you don't know how to approach various areas in the mobile phone. For example, sometimes you find that they have already subscribed your phone to an application which they use it. When they hold your phone, they use it and they use your money. So anytime you take your money, you buy an airtime and put in, you find you are told that you have insufficient funds. There is a daughter in your house who has already subscribed. So at times, when mama buys airtime, he takes the phone and he begins using it. And when the airtime is over, she returns the phone back to mama. So you can see what they are doing. We are on the danger side of our generation. We have to think twice. I think we need a lot of education. Something should be done, particularly with the generation that is illiterate, and when it comes to the era of the internet, the era of the mobile phone, something needs to be done. In the past years, we used to have what we called elimu ya gumbaru. Elimu ya gumbaru was a formal education that was being taught to people who had never had a chance to go through a classroom. And people took that knowledge and they were educated, they were taught, and they learned how to read and write. I think this generation needs elimu ya gumbaru for the modern generation to understand how to use the mobile phone, the internet, and any other social media. Because this is the time that if you ignore, then you will find yourself on the wrong side.
While internet and social media continue to be celebrated and praised for making life easier for many people, for parents born in the early 60s to the late 70s, it is a cause of nightmare when it comes to parenting children who are a lot smarter than themselves when it comes to dealing with the media.
Na wengine tumekuwa na malingo sana mpaka tumewacha kufunza watoto wetu. We've left our children to the hands of teachers at school.
The first challenge that we normally face is to control those these young children. It is like they are clever than their parents. They know so many things, even manipulating a phone, a simple phone, manipulating a computer. The control is very, very difficult. That's the first challenge that parents face and encounter in children's education. So the internet, first of all, many parents don't know about internet, the computer, even smartphones, but children, they know everything. I can't say that we have been brought up in a primitive way, because it depends to the civilization. At our time, we had our own civilization, and now things have gone far. Our children are more civilized. So we can't compare our education to the present situation.
Do you think there is something from the past or from the way you are brought up that can be able to help the present generation?
So if children can listen to their parents, can listen to their elders, can listen to teachers, can listen to church leaders, that can help. But nowadays, some of them are stubborn because there is no discipline, there is no respect. The respect is low.
Let me ask you the last question. Are you bringing up your daughter as a Kenyan, or are you bringing her as a Rwandese?
The daughter I'm having or I'm staying with has to take to both sides. I normally educate her as a Rwandese because she knows her relatives who are in Rwanda. Then also she's attending Kenyan schools.
So these children may be also, they have friends who use the internet, who really browse on the internet so much, and they induct them on what to do on the internet.
While young people like Megan and Jokesh will get to internet for entertainment, curiosity, testing the apps on the phone, and for Jokesh, reaching his fans and learning what fellow artists are doing all over the world, other young people are driven to it by unresolved conflict in their lives.
For example, the children who are not loved at home, the love from the parents is absent. These children will find this love from the Facebook. There are many cases that we can cite in the past where children have hooked themselves to friends on the Facebook, even people they have never seen. And they develop so passionate relationship with these people, yet they have never seen them. And then finally, some of them, when they come to meet those people, some of them have ended their lives. We have cases of suicide and such like. But if there was a parent to guide them, to direct them on what they need to do, if they got some guidance on that, they will avoid that because already they have love at home. So they cannot seek another person to love them. Some parents are not keen to know what kind of people interact with their children. So these children may be also, they have friends who use the internet, who really browse on the internet so much, and they induct them on what to do on the internet. So because you as a parent, you don't know the kind of children that your children are relating with, they are making friends with. So you lose your children to such a kind of cases because you are absent. So they get instruction from these other children who are already wayward. So that becomes a source of information to your children because you as a parent, you are absent. The family is dysfunctional. As a teacher, I've come across students who will tell me, well, because a home environment, my grandmother was abusive, he will scold me every evening, I chose to take drugs so that I can relieve of the stress of the hostile environment. Because at home, nobody seems to care for them. There are some who have even gone to, they watch pornography just as a way of relaxing their mind from the hostile environment at their home. There are cases we have also handled where children don't know even their parents. They are just growing up. The parent, there's a case we came across where the mother deserted the child at birth. So he has just been growing up, missing out that love from the mother. So they can easily get involved in issues on the internet so that they can at least find a belonging. So everybody looks for belonging, and if the belonging cannot be achieved at home, anywhere that a source of belonging can be established, they will easily hook to that. Then another issue here is about poor role models from the parents. And because parents cannot offer direction at home, because they themselves have challenges that they have not overcome. So the children can easily find themselves going over to the internet because they find it is a lifestyle. What the parents are also going through, there are things which they easily think that is a way of life. So as they get also the internet and they browse and get a lot of information on the same, they get lost because no one is telling them this is wrong.
As internet continues to be a major player of creating perceptions and shaping the opinions and beliefs of millions of young people, there is a call for parents to access media literacy skills to be able to advise their children effectively on how safely to use the new media. As they wait for this to happen, the dark side of internet is exposing children and teenagers to inappropriate content.